ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Collective Stupidity podcast. I don't want to speak for anyone else here, but I'm glad to see you. I'm happy you're here. I know Dominic might not be happy that you're here today, but I think we can kind of just move past his prejudices against you personally, the dear viewer. And today I kind of want to talk about, he's a little shy about it, but he fucking hates you. Today I really want to talk, I want to open this up to the floor for a discussion for a bit here, because I feel very passionate about some things recently, and I want to talk about things that have been ruined today, gentlemen. I think we can all agree we've experienced some things that have either been ruined or were just kind of ruined from the get-go.
Gooning.
Oh.
Okay.
Well,
do you mean the misappropriation of the word goon from like the silly little guys the Joker has to like what it means now?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, because like now I can't say, now if like somebody's like harassing me or like if somebody's being like a piece of shit, I can't be like, you're a goon.
You actually can, and I would encourage you to
can,
do
but
so.
Now but like now it feels weird.
Now it feels weird.
I mean, to be honest, that kind of feels more like a you issue than anything else.
Fuck you.
Oh, okay. But
okay, you know what? You've been ruined.
I've been ruined by the fan.
You know what? I second that motion.
Okay. You guys suck. But anyways, so what brought on this little kind of tangent recently is I have sinned. I've sinned bad. I have started playing Destiny 2 again. And it's not good. And I can't hear a word that Sam is saying right now, but I'm assuming it's chastisement.
I'm sure it's nothing important. You can go on.
Thank you.
I didn't want to say that. I was thinking it. But but I've been playing Destiny 2. I've logged about 30 hours across the last 2 weeks. And I'm coming to the realization that they've fucked the game in a way that I didn't think was possible. I mean, it's never been like a good game, but it's
never been like a bad game.
But it's never been a bad game, exactly. And you know, for all it's worth, it's had a kind of a legacy, and that legacy is being kind of destroyed piece by piece by Bungie, and I'm a little bit cross.
Got it. Can I ask a clarifying question?
You sure can. Is this going to be what is Destiny 2?
It is not going to be what is Destiny 2. I know what Destiny 2 is, but It just dawned upon me I was confusing Destiny 2 of Crisis 2. And that my question has been resolved. I was gonna ask, what do you mean it was an okay game? You just went a whole time a little while ago about how about Crisis 1 was terrible. Isn't that was an okay game? But no, you're talking about Destiny, and Destiny is not Crisis.
Yes.
It took me a second to figure that out.
This is correct.
It's
actually kind of almost the opposite story of Crisis, because Destiny 1 was really, really good, but then Destiny 2 fucking sucked in comparison, generally.
Right. I'm aware of Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
I know of Destiny, but I don't know the plotline at all.
Yeah, well, you're not alone.
Is this information I need to know to understand the rest of this?
No, because I also don't know the story, because they've taken away all of the fucking story. It's all been removed. So the large scale is there's a big ball in the sky, and it resurrects a bunch of corpses to go fight its enemies, and that's really all you need to know.
Okay,
but you know, it's really just a matter of Bungie has made a whole bunch of expansions and story missions, right, that were once available in the game, and now they're not available in the game. They've been quote unquote vaulted. And it has left a large majority, I'd argue 50% of the game, unplayable, even if you purchased all the DLC, which is really, really cool. And I totally didn't lose about $60 through this process, and I'm totally not angry about it at all. I don't know why you would assume that I am, but I'm not. And I just think it's a little audacious to do that.
That's crazy.
But
that's crazy that you're not angry about it, because I'd be absolutely livid.
I'd be well,
so,
that's
I believe that was sarcasm, Sam. I do think he has some anger.
No,
he
never.
Seems 100%
I am 100% genuine and
never sarcastic. Sorry, I
exactly.
mistaked you for somebody else.
You really have.
Oh, okay.
I would appreciate if you never did that again in my presence.
Okay.
So, what about the DLC? Do you not like? Like, what exactly are you downloading here? Like, what is it? Skins?
So the DLC is what we'd call an expansion pack. So it offers new maps. New locations. It offers new like story missions. It also offers I'm sure you're familiar with the concept of like a World of Warcraft raid. It's like the Destiny equivalent of those. And then it has new gameplay features, so it has like new subclasses and stuff like that sometimes. And the issue isn't so much that they suck. That the quality has trended downwards in those, from what I can tell. The issue is that most of the ones I paid for are gone. As is all of the base game campaigns and locations. There's only like 4 things there's only 4 places you can go to without shilling out. I think it's about $60 to $90 for all the DLCs now.
That is a lot of money. That is more than acceptable.
Yes. And
that is more than the price of like most games on the Switch.
Yes,
there. That's about 20% more than like Breath of the Wild, which is like that's ridiculous.
Yeah, and they've
it's like
also
Fallout 4 level shit right there.
Don't even get me started on Fallout 4. Oh my god! But they've also like completely fucked the progression system. Like they've reset the way that gear works twice, and each time it's fucked me more and more. And so it's at this point I don't feel like playing the game anymore. And so I'm gonna exhaust the last little bit of content that I can get out of this series, and I'm just gonna cut my losses. And I was wondering if you fine folks have ever experienced something that has been something dear and beloved to you that has been ruined by the greed of man.
That is
so while we're on the Destiny train, hold on, I gotta look this up because I need to.
Are you about to tell me that your fucking dad worked on Destiny or something, and I should be? Because I would not be surprised.
Your dad is John Destiny. We just don't know about
John Destiny.
John Destiny.
No,
he's actually the baldest guy that makes people give advice from the dead.
Yeah,
so this was a game that I bought. Since we're talking about like disappointing games, in 2020, I bought the game that was an utter flop. Any guesses? Any guesses?
What the fuck came out in 2020?
Chicken Shoot on the Wii.
Chicken Shoot on the Wii.
Shoot.
That's a throwback.
Cyberpunk 2077.
No, this particularly.
Oh, was it No Man's Sky? No Man's Sky was a flop.
No, that was 2016.
Was particularly a game that centers around a group of superheroes.
Is that when Kill the Justice League came out?
No.
No? Okay.
Kill
the Avengers.
What is it? Fantastic Five?
Is
Fantastic Four?
Marvel Avengers? Did you also buy that?
Yeah, it was Marvel. I bought Marvel's Avengers.
I bought that too. That's another great one. That's horrible.
The thing is that I don't think it was ever good. I just made the mistake of buying it on release.
Yeah, I did the exact same thing. Yeah. I'm 100% with you.
And that was when I was unemployed, so it was my margin of error was very tight back then. And because like the beginning of the campaign was fine. Everything was fine for like the first third of the campaign.
It started great, but then it very quickly devolved into semi-open world garbage with looter shooter elements.
It turned into just Destiny, but with like crappier like controls.
Yeah, and graphics and story and
everything else.
Everything else. The only like saving grace of that game for me was that Iron Man was fun to play. But he was also the only one that was fun to play, other than like kind of maybe Captain America.
Many such cases.
And I feel like the game. Because wasn't it the same studio that made Spider-Man?
No, that wasn't Insomniac.
No, that wasn't Insomniac.
No.
Okay.
If it was, oh my god, that
Thank
would be
God.
horrible.
Yeah, I kept
Yeah,
saying. Okay. Well, I kept saying that if like Insomniac made the game and turned it into like a straight campaign, into like an open world campaign,
hmm
the game could have been a lot better.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was
Well,
a,
there
that
you
was
go.
a big disappointment from the get go.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So that was something. I mean, I wouldn't say that was something. I actually no. I feel like it's something that was ruined for me, but I feel like saying that it was ruined implied that it was good
It
to
was
begin
ever
with.
good. Yeah. That it was ever not shit.
It's
Ugh,
something
man.
that ruined my expectations.
hmm
There we go.
Fair enough.
Disappointed you. It disappointed you. You're not angry, just disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like a dad looking at his son walking at 2 a.m. in the morning when he's to be back by 10 p.m.
hmm
Not mad,
Yeah.
just disappointed.
Yeah, that describes me.
I would talk about Bluetooth technology, but I don't believe that was ruined. I don't believe that was good to begin with. And I'm also planning a PowerPoint for that, so I'm gonna hold on to that little nugget for the time being. Let's see, what's another good one? Well, Sam, why don't you go next? Actually, while I spin one up here.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So, not to be the resident neckbeard, but we're gonna go into something a little bit
boy.
a little bit deep here. In
Hentai.
2000
Hentai used to be great. Used to be amazing. Now it's ruined.
We're gonna make hentai great again.
Oh my
about to
God.
happen? Do I gotta brace myself, Sam, again?
No. Robert Calhoun has showed that it could be a lot worse. Thankfully, I'm not talking about the degrading quality of hentai. No. In 2019, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker hit theaters. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Star Wars was ruined for me. Now, I am in the minority, right? There was a lot of people who were like hating on Star Wars since the first movie, Force Awakens. And there were a lot of people who were hating on the movie since the second the second movie, which was what, Last Jedi or some shit.
Last Jedi, yes.
Get this man a truth. Yep, Last Jedi. Now, I'll tell you right now, I was not one of those people. I did not hate either of those movies. I thought the movies were going in a weird direction, but I was like, listen, let them cook. Let them cook. Okay? Then I found out two things. First thing, they were going to end it at a third movie, which was really bad, right? Because the story was kind of all over the place and there hadn't been any kind of progression.
You kind of need more than one movie to wrap everything up.
Yeah, at that
yes,
point.
that was exactly it. After The Last Jedi, they needed way more than just one movie to wrap everything up. So then all of a sudden, it all dawned on me. I was like, holy shit, these people don't know what they're doing. Because they needed at least another 3 movies. So that's when the hate for the other 2 movies started to kind of settle in. I don't really hate them, but then I started seeing all the plot holes. Well, not the plot holes. The shit that just was not good. I was like, oh, you're gonna leave it like this? You're gonna leave us with this information? That sucks ass. And then the second thing, and this was the nail in the coffin, I watched the trailer, and I found out that somehow Emperor Palpatine had returned.
Somehow Palpatine returned, yes. The infamous line.
I think that might have been the worst moment in Star Wars. Yeah, right there. I mean,
I think that might have been the worst moment ever.
That was a pretty poor moment.
Worst moment in modern cinema, I would say so.
No, fuck modern cinema, modern history.
Modern history. So we are running that line in a movie from a fantasy sci-fi franchise.
Not only does it
against the terror attacks of 9/11. That you realize that, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
Not only does it like a really cheap move that a studio can do just to pull
at least I could comprehend what was happening on 9/11.
All right.
Oh my god.
You made it so much worse.
Every single one of those movies, I walked out and I was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah.
Right.
What were you saying though, Dom?
Like,
Before
not-
he had his 9/11 moment.
I'm trying to remember. Not only is it like a really cheap shot to pull a villain back from the past to like spook the audience, but it completely undoes all the dramaticness of the whatever film that he died in.
Return of the Jedi.
Was that?
Yes.
Yeah, it completely ruins that film.
Yeah.
It makes that film pointless. We
Yeah.
got all this work to do to kill the emperor, and you know what? He's not dead. Womp womp. That does kind of fail it out. Star Wars is a tough one. Like, it's such tough luck with the Star Wars, right? You got the first three:
Yeah.
New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, which are great. The fantastic films. I think they're some of the best films. And then you have the prequels, which are not as good.
No, the
I like the
prequels.
prequels.
The prequels have really good moments in them, but it's ruined by a lot of the dialogue.
It's ruined
and
by
stuff.
a lot of George Lucas and CGI, but they're
Yeah.
okay. They're very okay. And then you have
Right.
the next trilogy, the next three movies.
The
Disney
s-
said
the
they're going to put out in
sequels.
like 2014. Right, the sequels.
Yeah.
And The Force Awakens, I thought was okay. J.J. Abrams led it. It was okay. And The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker were terrible, and I don't like them. And they were so bad they've combined in my head into one. And now when I see clips of them, I can't tell them apart, which is not good for a film. But it was it was the okay one, Force Awakens.
Yep.
It was The Last Jedi, which was the dumb one where it was a space chase thing, but it was stupid and the
Yep.
logic of it was terrible, and they broke Star Wars. And then there was the one that just wouldn't end. They had a beautiful ending to it, and it just kept going. Like, I don't know which one it was. Was it the one where what's the girl's name? It's like Ray, right? It's
Ray.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, like it's the end of the film, right? Rey needs to find Skywalker. This is a beautiful piece to end on, right? She's gonna get into a ship. I even think it's the Millennium Falcon. Like, it's the perfect ship to end on. She's gonna get in that ship. She's gonna fly off into space, and she's gonna find Skywalker. All you gotta do to end this film, all you have to do, is just have her enter the ship and fly off. That's it.
So
And
what?
they do that.
So
And it's a good ending. But then they just keep going, and she makes it to the planet, and like there's Skywalker there, but it's like a Looney Tunes Skywalker, and it's not good, and it's just they ruin it. They ruin it.
So what you are describing
ruin it.
is the end of Force Awakens.
Force Awakens, thank you. The end of
Yes.
Force Awakens kind of ruined that film. Again, all these films, the last three, right, the Disney three, right, they just all blend together in my head. They're all just the same film in my head. There's no differentiating.
Yeah.
Apart from like
They
the
do have
first
that
half, Force
problem.
Awakens was okay, and then they kind of ruined it once they like they had an ending. It was a great ending. It was a beautiful ending, and they ruined it because they just kind of had to keep going for no
They just had to
real
keep
reason.
going.
I guess the only reason I can think of is that somebody at Disney Corporate was like, "Well, we got to have Mark Hamill in the film somewhere. Let's just tack him out at the end, and then we can have Mark Hamill in the credits, and we can say Mark Hamill, who's Luke Skywalker, was in the film." And I think that's the dumbest logic ever, but I bet you that's what happened at Disney. I think that's what happened
More
at
than
Disney.
likely.
Yeah.
Hello,
And then they had the
I
last-
like money.
Is The Last Jedi the one where it's a space
Space
chase
chase, yeah.
between? That's The Last Jedi. That
Yeah.
was the dumbest shit
Yeah,
I've ever
Last
Oh,
seen.
dude, that
Jedi.
movie was
I'm
so
gonna have a moment.
stupid. Like
I need
halfway
to have
through
a
the movie,
moment.
Juan, like halfway through the movie,
Sure.
I saw it opening weekend with my dad because he was actually in the movie. No, I'm kidding.
He's actually like he's actually Luke Skywalker.
He was actually
He's actually John Jedi.
John
He's
Jedi.
actually the shit.
Jedi.
He's supreme leader. What is he?
Snoke.
Snoke, yeah.
Snoke.
Supreme leader Snoke.
Alright,
That's
look,
Robert's dad.
I was sitting in the movie. I was sitting in that movie, and like halfway through the movie, it just like because like hold on, what year did this movie come out?
2017.
So I was 12. Yeah, so like halfway through the movie, it's dawning on my 12-year-old mind. Wait a minute. I don't understand what the fuck is going on.
Wait a second. This is dumb. Can I take a beat? Can I
Wait
take a
a
moment here to just complain about this film?
Please.
And
Yeah,
then
go
I'll,
for it.
I'll be over.
Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
We gotta walk through this film. We gotta walk through. This is The Last Jedi, the one where it's a space race. We gotta walk through this film.
Uh-huh.
So, the premise of this film is that the rebellion, whatever they call it,
Resistance.
do they call it the rebellion?
They call it the
Or is
resistance.
it something
The
else?
resistance.
The resistance. Thank you. The resistance, right? Which are the rebels, but they're not the rebels. It's the resistance. They're getting away. They're trying to get away, but they're being hunted down by this giant juggernaut Empire ship, right? You see some beautiful cinematography where the Empire ship is like giant and dark and menacing, and the rebel ship is like really small, right? It's just like in the first scene of New Hope where you got the little tiny cruiser followed by the Star Destroyer. It's good imagery, right? But then we hit like issues, right? And the first one, the most glaring issue. There's many glaring issues. There are many glaring issues. But like the first one that struck me is that, okay, so if you're the Empire, who's in charge of the Empire? Who is that guy?
Well,
moody teenager guy.
It's not
Snoke.
It's not the Empire. It's
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
It's
right?
Kylo Ren.
First Order.
It's the First
Yeah,
Order.
Kylo Ren. Right?
Yeah, First Order.
First Order. Thank you. First Order. Kylo Ren. Right? You're in charge of the Kylo Ren. You're Kylo Ren. You're in charge of the First Order.
Mm-hmm.
Your entire enemy, your wholeness of your enemy, right? The rebellion is in front of you. It's right there, right? And you are the First Order. You're like the next Empire, right? Are you telling me you can't call in one other ship to like intersect in front of them or the side of them or anywhere else? You can only have this one juggernaut.
Or you can't launch the biggest missile labeled with the sticky label on the side that says, "In event of entire enemy in front of you, fire."
Right? Like, do you not plan for this? You are the First Order. You should have ships everywhere, but you don't. You don't have ships. And not only that, but the constantly is like cat and mouse chase where the rebellion is always just slightly ahead, but not slightly ahead far enough to be like within range of the guns of this juggernaut. It's like, this doesn't make any sense. These ships are completely different sizes. One should either be faster than the other or slower than the other. Like, this perfect balance doesn't make any sense. But that's not the worst bit.
Well,
like, I can get by that. I can accept that as a premise.
To play devil's advocate really quickly.
Okay.
I just want to address a few things. The first one is, in the beginning, all that is chasing them is some First Order Star Destroyers. Eventually, though, that big juggernaut ship you're talking about, the Supremacy, shows up. They call that in. And what the Supremacy has is very, very long-range turbo laser cannons, and they are actually able to shoot at the ships, although they don't have very good accuracy because they're the bad guys in the movie, so they can't kill them. But they do have long range capability on that one ship. And then also it is not clearly stated anywhere in the films, but I am 90% sure that in that chase scene you are looking at the entire First Order fleet.
See, I find that hard to believe. It's the First Order, right? Like, we just saw them, like, in a previous film, or maybe even in this film, like, destroy an entire planet. Like, are you telling me that they don't have
an entire star system in the previous film?
An entire star system.
Yes.
You said they don't have any other ships. This is it? Is this really it?
It's supposed to be like an Imperial remnant faction that's rebuilt in like the unknown.
Yeah, but like it obviously isn't. They clearly have like immense resources. I mean, we see them later on. They built Death Star 3, right? Like, they clearly have immense resources.
Yeah, I know.
This obviously isn't true.
It's dumb, but
okay.
Still.
Okay. Side note: I forget if it's this film or a different film, but I'm 80% sure it's this film where this rebel ship is shot by the Juggernaut and like the bridge explodes and you see Princess Leia like fly out.
Yeah.
And I just want to put it out there. They missed it would have been a beautiful scene. It would have been a perfect villainizing scene if they killed Princess Leia, right? Mm-hmm. It would have made the First Order like unredeemably evil. It would have been a beautiful death because she's doing it to save the ship. She's staying on the bridge to save the ship. It would have been a really good death. But they don't do it. She like Jedi like floats back over like Yoda back into the ship for no discernible reason. She doesn't really appear with any like real valence for the rest of the film. Like they smarted that down.
At this point, she's also dead during the making of this movie. So they chose to kill off her character and then bring her back just to animate her puppet.
Why would you do this? You have to CGI her because she passed away. So like you don't. Anyways, that's not my issue with the film. That is an issue with the film, but that's not the big one. That's not the one that annoys me.
That's not my biggest issue with the film.
Okay, so let's get to a subplot of the film. You've got Rey, you've got the BB-8 droid, and you got the other one. Who's the other one? It's Rose. Is it Rose?
Rose or Finn, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, it's Finn and Rose. It's one of those two. Okay, so here's the premise of the film: the rebels are trying to get away. They can't get away. They did a jump into hyperspace, but the First Order have a new technology that can track for hyperspace. Whatever. They're trying to run away. They can't. They want to get a code breaker of some sort of code hacker to infiltrate the First Order ship and like disable them in some way so they can get away. That's the plan. Mm-hmm. That's the plan. Dumb plan, But sure, I'm gonna go with
one guy in his
works.
mom's basement is gonna save the day.
Yeah. Some beard, neck beard somewhere in a basement will fit. Whatever.
It's an inspiring message to the fans of Star Wars that they too can achieve things in society.
Yeah. But here's the bit that doesn't make it. I mean, there's many bits that don't make it. But okay, just riddle me this, Batman. Okay.
Riddle me this, Batman.
Rose and the other ones, they all get onto like a little ship, right? And they leave. But like, this doesn't make any sense. They get on like a little ship and they leave the bigger rebel ship and they go off to have the side adventure, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And like the entire rebellion is right here. How did they not notice the ship leave? No one notices the ship leave. The entire First Order is staring at the ship, shooting at the ship. They know, like, in the eyes of the First Order, right, all of these people are terrorists, and you've just found all of the terrorist cell, and they're all in one spot. Are you telling me they're not, like, looking for, like, escape routes? Or, like, looking for ships leaving this big ship? Of course they are, but apparently they don't.
Could you imagine if the United States did this in, like, the 2000s?
Yeah, right? It's the dumbest shit ever. So they go off, right? They have an adventure in, like, in fucking, it's like Monaco. I'm sure they filmed it in Monaco, but it's not Monaco, but it's like a casino town.
And they had they had to go... It completely breaks, like, the timeline in this movie is already completely fucked. It
doesn't make any sense.
Like, the whole point is this chase is on a time limit because the ships are running out of fuel.
It's right? 8 hours. They have 8 hours.
Yeah, it's 8 or so hours, whatever. I don't remember that plot point, but sure. And they have the time to somehow travel all the way across the galaxy to various different planets and various like different time zones or whatever. And they can do all this in 8 hours and yet come back and be fine. Like, it would take
any sense.
In sheerly travel time, it would take them 8 hours at least to do it all. It's fucking stupid.
It's the dumbest. Anyways, they land in Monaco, but it's not Monaco. Maybe it's Caracas. Doesn't matter. It's clearly a casino town on a beach, is what it is, right? And they go in, and this is like one of the parts that, like, really annoy me because I just think this kind of shit's stupid, right? But they go to this casino and they have this like beat where they have like an after school special and they go, look at all these rich people and like rich, they think they label them as all arms dealers of the First Order. Look at all these rich arms dealers, look how greedy they are, it's terrible. And then they go off, right? And this doesn't make, I don't agree with this, right? Like, you're saying like the only way to become rich is to sell arms. Like, doesn't this universe have like a Facebook of some sort or like some sort of other enterprise? Is the only way to get rich to sell arms? And secondly, you're rebels, right? Your X-Wings come from somewhere. They don't come from nowhere. You don't build them yourselves. Aren't people over here selling you X-Wings too? Or like, how about the guns you have? You have 5 of them on your hip right now. Don't those come from some sort of arms dealer? This is just stupid. And then they go down to a basement, right, to find this code breaker, right? And they find this code breaker. But they also find, like, I don't know if it's in this scene. It's in one of these scenes they find all of these like slave children just in a room. Right?
Oh,
these like captive kids.
This plot point.
Yeah, all these like kids, like servant kids or slave kids. I don't really know what they are, but they clearly don't want to be there. And like even like Ray goes, oh, I feel so bad for these kids. You know, the bitch being abused by the rich people upstairs having their drink. But you don't set them free. You just leave them there. Like, you're gonna set this other guy free. Why don't you set them? Whatever. Anyways, they go back out, and I forget if they were found out and they're being chased, or they just want to stick it to the man or whatever. Right? But they release all of these like alien creatures, which are meant to be horses, because of course they're horse racing, right? Like, there's nothing more Moroccan than that, horse racing. It's the most Vegas thing I can think of. And they release all these horses. And all the horses escape, and they mess up the casinos and all that, and then they're all running about, and they run out on a horse, and they're in a field, and they end in a field, and the horses are running off, and I forget if it was Rose or Race, one of those two, has a beat, which she goes, wow, that setting them free, setting those horses free, makes all of this worth it. I had to step out in the theater. You telling me the entire, everyone who was good, everyone in the rebellion, right? They're all on a ship, about to be killed, about to be blown away into smithereens. But because you set a couple of horses free, this is all worth it. A couple of horses, mind you, if these people are as rich as you say they are, which they probably are, they're just going to kill them all, or just like round them up again and put them back in the stable and just buy new spaceships. Like, you've done nothing. You've done nothing, Rose. You've done nothing to the situation. You've done nothing. Anyways, they hop back on the ship and they go back to the chase scene and they fly back into the chase scene, right? And I guess the First Order was looking right for that bit too. Whoops. And they go back in and they just. I don't like the ending of this film. The ending of this film, guys.
Oh, I know exactly what this is.
Here we go.
Really got on my
Here we
nerves.
go.
Okay. I'm going off memory here. It's been maybe I saw this in like 2020 at some point, so it's been about 5 years now. It's going off memory, but the First Order is the encoder doesn't work out. Something happens with the encoder, and they couldn't disable the ship. And the First Order is they're bearing down on this rebellion ship, and the rebellion ship's about to run out of gas. Like they're just about there, right? And the rebellion they have one option, and there's a planet nearby that they can go to and hide. And they do this, and the movie frames this like a really genius piece of thinking. Like, wow, what clever people these are to go to this planet and hide.
We're gonna hide.
So, like, the First Order is watching you, right? Like, the First Order knows that they're about to run out of gas. They know this. And are you saying, like, just think if you're Kylo Ren, right? Your entire enemy is right there. They're about to run out of gas. They have no other option. Don't you think the giant planet in front of both of them might have something to do? Like they might do something with that planet at some point. This isn't a surprise. How is this a surprise? How did you miss that? But they missed that. Not only did they miss that, but they pile into these like escape pods and fly to this planet surface, right? You didn't see any of that? You didn't see any of that. You didn't see any of that.
They did actually see that. They saw it a little too late, and they took out like 2 or 3.
A little too late. They should have the eyes locked in on that ship, man. It's the dumbest shit ever. But don't worry though, because then the pink-haired lady, the purple-haired lady, whatever the captain's name was.
Holdo.
Thank you. Foldo. Breaks the universe.
Holdo with an H.
Holdo.
There you go.
Breaks the universe, right? Because she takes the ship, she turns it 180, and she goes into hyperspace into the Juggernaut.
Mm-hmm.
And for a brief moment, the cinematography of this scene is brilliant.
Right? I was gonna say the scene looks really well.
It looks and sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's there. It's gone. You just see this white like blade across the Juggernaut, and they even do that thing where you see it and then you hear it. There's a space there.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautifully done. It's an amazing scene.
Yep.
Apart from the fact that it breaks the stars, are you saying you could just strap a hyperdrive to an object and like that does that much damage if you send hyperdrive through a spaceship? Why hasn't this ever come up before? Are you saying that nobody else has thought about this? If a hyperdrive was really this destructive, why didn't you do that at the Death Star, the first Death Star? Like, just have a kamikaze pilot, or just have a droid do it. You have droids, and have them just like hyperspace through the Death Star. Would destroy that. Why don't they just strap hyperdrives to like asteroids and use asteroids as weapons? Obviously, they're not expensive, right? The Millennium Falcon has one, and that's a bucket of bolts. Like, what? What is this logic? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's a little.
Then there's the planet.
Oh boy!
I don't like the planet.
You don't fuck with Crate? It's a cool salt planet, bro.
I don't fuck with Crate. Crate is not for me. Got it. Like somebody at Industrial Light and Magic had a brilliant idea, which is to have a red planet with white crystals on it that break when you touch them. So beautiful idea. It's a great visual, and they achieved this visual by having the rebellion who are hiding in this ancient bunker on the side of a mountain, having this rebellion. Use these like space hoppers where they're not spaceships. They don't travel on the y-axis. They stay in the x-axis where it's all flat,
right,
and skip around.
Right.
And they even count them off. Like there were like 12 of them, maybe 13 of them, right? And that's it. The rebels should have their asses like handed to them. Like they should have no chance. I hate this when they do this in films. They take the villain, who should obviously be the one in power, and just make them like incompetent at their jobs.
Yeah.
You have the First Order, millions of people with millions of guns and millions of bombs, including a weapon that can destroy a planet, as we've seen. And they're gonna be held off by 13 hobos in broken ships that can't fly. This is really what you're gonna happen? Is this really what's gonna happen? I'll accept this. I'll accept this premise, but they just do this really. I hate Rose. Rose is terrible. Okay, fast forward a little bit. The First Order drops down. It's a giant gun that's gonna shoot and crack like an egg. This base.
It's
right?
like if a battering ram was a gun.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest design decision I've ever seen.
It's huge. It's a giant gun.
And they land a whole bunch of shitty ass first order like AT-ATs. Miles from the fucking door. And like
Why don't you land it on top? Fuck, you have a giant ship. Just land the ship on the base. Like, what's
you haven't. I'd go even further. You have several giant Star Destroyers. Why don't you just blast the thing from orbit and just be done with it?
It's just
like why are we doing any of this?
It's so. But this cannon's there, and then you have Finn, right? The stormtrooper that goes good, right?
Yeah.
And he decides in his little space hopper that he's gonna kamikaze himself into this gun to stop it from destroying the rebellion. And he's gonna do it, and he's gonna have this beautiful like death scene where he's gonna sacrifice himself to save the rebellion. It would have been a nice scene, but almost they framed it to be like almost like a comedic piece. But Rose just like flies in on her own little hopper and pushes him out of the way, right? And this is done for no real reason, right? And Rose gives this super cheesy line about like Finn's like, what the hell? I was gonna stop the gun, and Rose is like, you can't do that, silly. Bops him on the nose. You can't stop the. You gotta save your best friends, and that's how you save the world.
Yeah, she's like
that.
If we sacrifice each other, then they win.
Yeah, it's if we sacrifice each other, they win. And as she's saying this, you can see the gun like blast a hole into the side of this mountain, destroying everyone. It's like, this is just Rose, Rose. But they survive somehow, right? And you have
somehow
what's left of the rebellion,
resistance
which is like
returned.
which is like 30 people. Right? It's 30 people and fucking Princess Leia, who should be dead. It's 30 people. And Luke Skywalker does this weird like Force Jedi ghost thing, which I mean, this is the least bad part about this film, right? Is that this ghost projection? It doesn't make any sense, right? Like we've seen ghost projection before. Yoda's done one. I think Obi-Wan Kenobi's done one at some point, right?
Yeah.
But unlike those Force projections, this one is able to manipulate with the environment around it, which is completely new. This has never been heard of before. He's deflecting like bullets of his lightsaber, right? That's new. That would have been helpful at other points in previous films, I'm sure, but whatever. We'll accept that as a premise. The resistance, right? I've been calling them the rebels the whole time. The resistance. I'm sure there's some nerds out there who are gonna have an absolute fit about that.
Yep, me. It's been bugging me for the past 30 minutes.
The resistance are in this cave, and these like crystal glass foxes come out of nowhere, right? And they like, we should follow these animals through a cave, and they do, and they all squeeze out, and there's a Millennium Falcon there to pick them up, and they fly away, and like this is just. This film is just stupid. This is a dumb film. That one really pissed me off. And the next one, Rise of Skywalker, at that point, I lost all faith in Star Wars. All faith.
Yeah.
And then that film was just boring. It was just boring. It was just full of nothing.
And the thing about Rise of Skywalker is it tries so hard to not be boring. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Like,
it has
so much spectacle, and yet nothing happens. And on that one, they're on a stupid time limit, too. They've got like one day, and it's like, no, you fucking idiots, shut up, stop it.
And it sucks, right? Because Disney made them, and I'm tempted to blame Disney, but I don't know if I'm going to, because like they made Rogue One, that's a Disney property, and that's a fantastic film.
Yeah,
that's a great Star Wars film.
They also made
it has
Solo,
all the timing right, and then I haven't seen Solo.
I also haven't seen Solo.
It's not.
I was going to, but then I saw Infinity War again.
Oh.
Yeah. I think Rogue One might have been the first Star Wars adventure they did when they bought it from Lucasfilms. I don't really remember now.
I believe so.
But
Yes.
They made Rogue One, and Rogue One was a really good film, and they got everyone hyped that Disney's not going to fuck over this property. They're going to do something good with it. It's a great film. It's got great timing. It's a great story. It all fits in nicely. It's dramatic. It's good. And then they just produce these 3 turds, and they're not good. And not only do they produce these 3 turds, they've established this idea that that Star Wars is now going to be eternal. It's never going to die. They should have ended it at the 3 trilogies. They have 3 of 3 trilogies, 9 films total. They should have just stopped it there. But now it's going to be a thing forever. There'll always be a Solo or a Mandalorian or whatever, or a Yoda's young story, birth past, whatever. That has been ruined.
Yeah.
And that was like nearly a half hour. My God, I'm quite sorry about that.
This was Dominic's crisis rant.
Yeah,
Oh,
really,
no, not again.
It really was.
Like that Last Jedi does annoy me as a film. I don't think it was well done.
Yeah, man.
What really gets me about the sequels is like there's no unified vision, right? And like in things that are like consistent across the movies are somehow also not consistent. Like the power scaling of the New Republic, First Order, and Resistance.
Yeah.
Like that's all fucked. All those things exist in 3 movies, but all in completely different relations to each other. Like at the end of Last Jedi, nobody wants to help the Resistance, and yet at the end of Rise of Skywalker, the entire fucking galaxy and their dog is there at the at Exegol. And then you have the fucking Final Order in Rise of Skywalker might be its own segment on itself, but not today. But it has like 1,000, like 100,000, 10,000, some odd thousand Star Destroyers with Death Star lasers. Like, why are we? It's like, oh,
it is bad. It's not good. It's not good. Just
and,
in
like,
general,
it annoys me, like, because Disney had some really good ideas. Like Kylo Ren, right? I think is a really good villain. Like he's evil. Obviously, he's evil, but he's like a young guy, and he's kind of like teenagery, and he has these like teenage fits of rage sometimes.
Yeah,
and it totally works. It totally. If they chose a different actor, maybe if they chose somebody different, it wasn't as tall, like it wouldn't have worked at all. It would just seem like petty. But they found the perfect villain, or the perfect guy to play this villain, where he has these like fits of rage, but he's genuinely intimidating when he has them.
Yeah.
And they just squander.
And not to mention fucking Finn. I'm so pissed at what they did. Like, a Stormtrooper turned good. Like, that's such an interesting concept on its own. And, oh my god, he might be a little Force sensitive. He could be our first, protagonist Black Jedi. Nope, gotta give it to the white woman. Like, why? I don't care about
another
Rey.
thing white people have ruined.
Exactly. Fucking Star Wars fucking sucks.
And like Rey in Force Awakens and Rey in Last Jedi are like different actors. Right? They're not different actors, but like they're really different characters.
Yeah.
Force Awakens Rey was great. I liked Force Awakens Rey. She's fantastic. Her introduction is great. Her music score is great. She's really well done, and the actor is doing a fantastic job at acting. And then they just squander it all in the Last Jedi. They just ruin it.
It's pretty shit.
So the Lucasfilm CEO.
Kathleen Kennedy or George Lucas himself?
Kathleen Kennedy.
So that's my TED talk about Star Wars.
I don't really know where that leaves us in terms. I think you've just co-opted Sam's segment into your own. So I think that's.
I'm sorry about that, Sam.
I'll be honest, I forgot this was supposed to be Sam's segment.
Yeah. So,
was it Sam's segment? I completely forgot what we were talking about.
We were talking about things that have been ruined, and we went to Sam, and he said Star Wars, and then I think you went into a blind rage for 30 minutes.
Yeah, I had a bit of
a blind rage.
So, other than Star Wars, has anything else been ruined for you?
Things that were good, but were ruined by time in memoriam. Let's see. New York State, Philadelphia, Florida, the generalized United States of America. iPhone has been squandered a little bit. Mac's not amazing. WD hard drives have gotten worse over time. So is Seagate. Seagate hard drives are a bit worse now too. Sony's a bit worse now. Don't even get me started about Toyota and like cars and those terrible like climate controls. Everything's got to be a touch screen. That's worse now. That's terrible. I can go on. I've got some more. But those are the ones that are fresh.
So it sounds like essentially the entire world is worse to you.
Everything is worse.
I could give a closing statement if you would like.
Yes.
And then I'll just leave it to you guys. Okay. Closing statement. Listen. Life is short. And if you can do anything with your life, it is don't spend your life chasing money, because before you know it, you become an absolute tool who ruins everything for everybody else. So just be happy. Yes, give me a true. Thank you very much. Just take a page out of Kathleen Kennedy's book, or take a page out of Bungie's book, even, because Destiny is fucking ass. I'm surprised people still play Destiny. Like, I could tell you it was not a good. Destiny, you went from Halo to fucking Destiny.
Listen. In defense of Destiny, okay, the moment-to-moment gameplay of Destiny 2 is really good and fun. right? And the lore and kind of story of Destiny is pretty good. I enjoy the world building of Destiny. Everything else can go fuck itself. And that's all I will say on that matter.
Fair. Hey, you know what? I'll give it to him, right? Because I haven't experienced Destiny the same way he has. I just avoided it like the fucking plague. Because, listen, once you have space soldiers wearing capes, clearly there's something wrong. Like, it makes no fucking sense. You gotta admit, Jacob.
All right, no,
you gotta pick a lane.
You've totally lost me there. I mean, you're that's just straight up a wrong opinion. Like, I don't.
It's not a wrong opinion.
It's not. I mean,
why would you need a hood and a helmet?
Because it looks so badass. You get both.
Okay.
You wear both.
Anyway, that's my closing statement. Don't get greedy. And create things. Because Destiny, I don't like the design choices around it, but it did look okay. It did look somewhat badass. I'll give it that. And that's my closing statement. Ladies and gentlemen, I better hop off. It's been a wonderful morning, and I will see you on the next episode.
Just did his own outro.
Bro did his own outro.
Wow.
You have to put in like the fucking like stereotypical YouTuber outro.
Yeah.
So I guess that leaves just me then.
Yeah, you got anything you want to talk about real quick?
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Oh, okay.
Are you familiar with the concept of having poor social responsibility?
Poor social responsibility.
What does that mean?
Give me an example here. I can't picture this.
So imagine you're walking down the street.
Okay.
And you see garbage on the ground.
Okay.
Okay.
And instead of being a good person and being like, I'm going to throw that away. You don't. That's poor social responsibility.
I cannot imagine that, because you are scum of the earth if you do that.
Okay. No, I don't.
I've seen you walk by garbage and not pick it up, man.
I have?
Yeah, you totally have.
Oh,
that's an extreme example of social responsibility or poor social responsibility.
I haven't intentionally. I haven't intentionally done that. I want to specify.
Right.
It's not intent. You can go fuck yourself, Star Wars boy.
Right.
Go watch your stupid fucking Fox film this Friday.
So, and you know how I work a retail job that I increasingly loathe every day.
Yes, I'm familiar.
I think that the social responsibility I have at that job cannot be any worse. Because I just dislike the people I work for and a decent amount of the people I work with more and more every single shift.
I can't blame you, man. You work for Walmart. It can't be.
Yeah.
So I actively.
I mean, retail in general is just a gateway to the soul of the worst aspects of humanity.
I hate my retail job too. It sucks.
So whenever I see an opportunity to pawn an issue off somewhere else, where somebody else has to deal with it,
someone else's problem,
I take it. Literally, that's my mantra. That's somebody else's problem now. When I'm talking on the phone with somebody and they're having an issue with something, or like they're trying to like return something, and then they're like, "Am I able to do this? Am I able to come in tomorrow?" Yes, even if it's something that I don't even know they could do. Absolutely, absolutely. The people who are working tomorrow, because it sure as hell isn't me, they would just be thrilled to help you do whatever the hell you're trying to do.
Right,
and then
right.
So that's pretty much just what I like to do. I like to make other people's issues other people's problems, unless they're standing face to face to me. And then there's increasingly every single day, customers will come up with something they want to buy, and then as they're buying it, they'll spontaneously decide, I don't want this anymore. And so they'll give it to the next worker. And then it becomes somebody else's responsibility to then go put this stuff back onto the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that is me. Now on my phone, I have a work app.
Uh-huh.
And on the app, I can like scan barcodes to like know the exact location of a specific item.
Mm-hmm.
Now, something you should know: this
So advanced.
this inventory system, very neat, but also never accurate
Well,
in the
yeah.
slightest.
Ooh.
In the slightest. It's so bad that now we aren't even allowed. Like this manager of the entire store told us that we are not allowed to see if we have an item in inventory because there's a very high chance that the inventory for an item on the app in no way reflects the actual inventory of the item in our building. There have been times where I will look up an item and it'll say, we have 20 in the store. I go back there to grab it, nothing. Absolutely. Our inventory system does not show us inventory.
So how does it fuck up like that then? Because isn't it like the manager like putting in all the information or someone like that?
That's a good question. Well, okay, because I know that there can be like minor like discrepancies, because like the only way like this inventory system like changes is if we get like a shipment and then like every item is scanned by workers as they're being brought in, and then it gets like ticked off. A single item gets ticked off of the inventory system when somebody buys it. So obviously, like if somebody like steals it, like intentionally, unintentionally, that causes a discrepancy. If like somebody's buying something and then they like scan something twice by accident and they don't notice, that creates a discrepancy. But I have to imagine it's straight up either system error or like people in the back just don't know what the hell they're doing, because
That's fair. I would imagine
the discrepancies are very, like, these discrepancies are they aren't, oh, we actually have 12 items instead of 13 items. It's actually, oh, we have none as opposed to 20.
Yeah, that's weird. That's
These
weird.
discrepancies don't just happen.
Yeah. That sounds like someone's not doing the job. In
And
terms
also,
of
it sounds. You know what it sounds like, Count? It sounds like someone's
Yeah.
doing what you were just describing. Someone else's problem.
is someone
yes.
else's fault. Everyone in
So,
Walmart does this. It just goes around in a circle.
Yeah, and
Forever.
what goes around will come around, Calhoun. Just you wait.
so, and people don't regularly update item locations. So I'll walk to a location to reshop an item, and then that item is nowhere in sight. So you know what I do?
What do you do? Dog
I
food.
just leave it there.
Okay.
I leave it there. You know why?
Why? Please tell me.
Because that's somebody else's issue.
That's someone else's issue. I've been saying it for years.
Somebody else's issue. Now, granted, this does cause issues, especially with. I think you'll notice. I think you'll notice that some of the most miserable people in our society. Not only do they come from retail jobs, they
No.
come from retail jobs in which they work the overnight shift.
Ooh, the dreaded overnight.
You know how in A New Hope, Obi-Wan is like, what's the line?
A hive of scum and villainy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you will
yeah,
never
yeah.
you will never see a more high. I forgot the line.
It's really not
It's
important,
something like,
to be honest. It's just,
yeah, you'll never see a hive of scum and villainy like the one you're about to see. It's something
yeah.
in
Exactly.
You'll never again see such a hive of scum and villainy.
That's
Like that.
retail overnight shift, because not a single person in there is happy. For good reason. One time I got yelled. One time I was doing reshops, and I set an item down. Now, granted, I wasn't even
reshops. What reshop? What is this term?
these are just terms for like the items that we have to put back on the shelf.
Oh, okay, I got you. Sorry.
So those are called reshops. So I was putting something back, and now, granted, I like set it down just so I can like put something else back. I wasn't like intentionally putting it in the wrong area. But then this like middle-aged to older lady just walks up to me and starts yelling at me for putting something where it shouldn't supposed to be. And then she says, I don't mean to be mean, but and then continues to be mean.
Is this middle-aged lady? Is this someone who works there?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. This is somebody who works there.
I for a second I thought you were talking about some random person just off the side of the aisle.
No,
Saw
no.
you
This is a
doing your
person.
job and thought, I must intervene.
Yeah.
But, okay.
So, and you so you guys are aware of, correct?
Vaguely.
Maybe.
I'm aware he has a name.
Okay. So, while I was doing these reshops, I was at VC with him, just talking to him, and so he heard this entire interaction.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I walk away, he goes, "Dude, what the fuck was that?" And I go, "Oh, that was just some random lady just bitching out at me." And he goes, "She sounded miserable." and I go, "That's because she is." For good reason. I'm 40 to 50, working in a dead-end retail job in a shift that nobody else works, and I'm only being compensated one whole dollar more per hour. I said, if I looked over and if I was in my 50s and I looked over and I saw a 20-year-old kid doing this, pretty much the exact same job that I'm doing, but with better hours, and he's only getting paid $1 less an hour, I'd be miserable too.
You know what? Fair.
In fact, I'd probably shoot myself on the spot.
Wow. Okay. That's bold.
But all this job boils down to is just everybody around me is stupid. This job I keep saying, this job has made me a worse person. Because now
Walmart does that.
now
I have a theory that when you die, purgatory is actually just Walmart, and if you can make it through without killing the person around you, you make it to heaven.
all I'm doing is just trying to get through it. And unfortunately, nobody in this country knows anything anymore. This is what I mean. This job is making me a worse person. I've developed a superiority complex because of this job.
Well, when you consistently like interact with the worst aspects of humanity, I mean, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
It's not entirely a fault. I don't know. I mean, I shop at Walmart, but maybe I'm not an exception though. The only people I always feel like, in the world that we live in, right? There was an order, right? All of the freaks of nature. Smooth. All of the freaks of nature shop at Tops and Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone that's normal shops at Wegmans. And if you're rich, you go to BJ's or what's the other one that's
Costco.
Target or Costco. Those are for you're the upper 20%.
The rich white people.
Sure. And I kind of feel like that. I want to. That's like a joke, but it's almost like not a joke. But I shop at Walmart and Tops, so I mean, take that as you will.
Well, I mean, my mom's a nurse, and she has a membership for Costco and BJ's.
No, maybe I'm wrong then.
And I regularly get gas at BJ's.
I'm probably wrong then. Yeah, you can ignore me. I'll tell you what though, Walmart. I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's Walmart, but when I worked at Tops, they did not have a computer system for inventory. They didn't have anything.
Well, yeah, because you were working there in 1952.
Yeah, Tops is stuck in the 90s when it comes to technology. They have like one Windows 95 machine in the back for like, the harassment training, and that's about it. So we would just memorize the story about where things are. You would just learn it, right? And if somebody asked you, "Hey, how many of X do we have in stock?" You'd have to go, "Oh, give me a sec." Put the phone down, walk to the sales floor, and count, and then walk back and tell it.
At that point, you might as well just tell them, "Well, they're over there. You can go check for yourself."
That's pretty much what I say. Everyone at Tops, if you go to a Tops and ask someone, "Hey, where's X?" If they don't know where it is, they'll go, "Oh, let me help you look," and they'll walk around with you until they find it because they have no way of looking it up. People ask me, "Hey, don't you have like a thing you can look up?" I was like, "No, we're stuck in the 90s." I just continue on. Although I liked working at Tops, I work there again, but I think I'm the only one that liked working at Tops.
Probably.
Yeah. My manager hated it. He believed too much in aliens who work at Tops.
Does he still work there?
I see him every so often, but I do not want to interact with him. So, yes, he does work there, but I haven't talked to him in a bit.
Robert, I thank you for taking us into this dive into the retail experience. But unfortunately, it is time for us to close. And seeing as we no longer have our lovely Samuel, I'm going to ask you for a closing statement today. First,
Me?
Robert, yes, please.
Don't do it. Don't get a job in retail.
Okay.
Please, God, sometimes part of me still wishes that I had that I worked in fast food.
Is fast food better than retail?
It depends. Okay, it depends on what aspect you're looking at it from. As far as the work's concerned, the work is harder because the work is more frequent. But I'd say the experience, like when I worked at McDonald's, I pretty much I mostly interacted frequently, especially like towards the end when they had me working in the kitchen. I was primarily interacting with the same people frequently. So it was kind of more of a bond
I get
built
you.
there. But at Walmart, you really don't get that. You're either bored as hell or you're bored as hell.
Right.
Awesome.
Right.
So don't go into retail is what I've taken away.
Yeah,
from
just don't get a job.
Real. So true. Could not agree more.
Terrible advice.
Well, do you have
win the lottery as soon as humanly possible?
That's good. That's good advice, Dominic. You can admit that's good advice.
Okay, I'm gonna have a complaint. I'm gonna have a quick complaint.
Okay,
I saw a billboard the other day for it was New York State Lottery Plus.
Sure.
It's a
plus.
Like a
What
prime
is the plus?
version. It's an app. It's an app you can download. It's a prime version of New York State lottery. And I can't believe they have like a gold version of New York State lottery. Like the lottery is already just like a tax on dumb people, and now you have like an advanced version of that. You get a tax for dumb people, for people who are willing to pay for the access to the tax. Like this is just, it's so sleazy. It's so bad. I can't believe anyone's falling for it, but I guess people are.
We live in a society.
We really do. We really do.
We live in a society.
We live in a society, Batman.
What was I gonna do?
You were gonna do a closing statement. Is what
you yeah, that's right. I let's see. What do we talk about? Destiny. Sometimes I feel that my destiny is to destroy the rebellion under my feet with my giant juggernaut and my wealth of materials and ships that I should obviously have as Kylo Ren. And sometimes when I'm in my juggernaut, I do indeed forget what things are and have to use the online inventory system to find it. And when it tells me that I have 45 escape pods, but then I have none, I do feel a bit of sadness.
Unlimited escape pods, but no escape pods.
No escape pods. But that's okay. And more of the story is you just end it there.
I like it. I like the way he thinks.
The moral of the story simply is.
The moral of the story is
title card.
Silence.
The moral of the story thinks, therefore it is.
No, I felt like I was too cynical this episode.
Jacob, you know what you have to do.
What do I have to do?
At the very end, when he's like, the moral of the story is, then just hit it with the title card.
The moral of the story is collective stupidity.
See, I think you should do like the moral of the story is, and it's leave like 8 seconds there of nothing, and then just end the show.
Oh, Dominic, I'm so doing that.
The moral of the story is